Hey guys, Metal Driver here, bringing you another WWE Elite review. Today, I'll be looking at the Royal Rumble Wave Stone Cold Steve Austin. Looking at the sides of the box, you see an image of Stone Cold on both sides. The back of the box features a brief bio, career highlights, a description of this figure, and the rest of the figures that are in this wave. Bio includes, from Victoria, Texas, weight 252 pounds, and a height of 6 feet 2 inches. Career highlights include WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and World Tag Team Champion. The description states, the Texas Rattlesnake set a new record with his 36th career elimination at the 2002 Royal Rumble. Alright, now that we have looked at the box, let's go ahead and open this figure up and take a closer look at Stone Cold Steve Austin. Alright, and here is Stone Cold Steve Austin out of the packaging. But before we take a look at the figure, let's go ahead and look at the accessories that he comes with. So he comes with a pair of gripping hands and his entrance vest. So then taking a closer look at the entrance vest, the biggest thing to note is that the lettering and all the images are in gold instead of the traditional silver. Now, this is a color that he went with a lot during 2002, and I think as well as 2001. I do believe that's the year where he started using the different colors. I know during his heel run he had a red color scheme. Now down here it says SCSA for Stone Cold Steve Austin. You've got 101 down here in his skull. Then on the back, you have a gold skull, but no lettering or extra words. So this vest is very similar to the Hall of Fame vest that came out many years ago with that Stone Cold. So it's got the SCSA letters, same thing with the gold one. But then you've got some different letters down here, OMR. Not sure what that stands for, maybe One Mad Redneck. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below if you do know what that means. You got the skull here, just like on the gold one, then on the back. The skulls are slightly different, but this one, on the Hall of Fame one, you've got bulletproof. Then look at the Defining Moments vest. It's a different style. You've got Austin on the right side, 316 on the left. Then on the back of the skull has more detail. Got the red eyes, and it says Stone Cold. And the vest does fit Stone Cold Steve Austin very well, as it should. Alright, then taking a closer look at the head sculpt. Now to me, this was the biggest selling point for this figure. Now this isn't a brand new head sculpt. We have seen this before with Basic Series 100. That set pretty much had a whole set of figures with brand new head sculpts, including a brand new Stone Cold head sculpt. So this is the exact same one. So it's sculpted very well, highly detailed. The paint came out really nice on the eyes and the eyebrows. Although there actually really isn't much paint at all on the eyebrows, so excuse me on that. But the paint did come out very well on the beard. It's not perfect, but it is very close. I do believe from all the images that I've seen online, the beard was painted this way. His head is bald, so no extra detail anywhere around the head. So then, taking a closer look at the previous head sculpt, you can see the big difference from the two. So the new one is much better looking, much more detailed. And then I do have that Basic Series 100 Stone Cold right here. So the sculpts are exactly the same. It does appear that the Elite version right here does have some more added detail with the TrueFX printing, whereas the basic one has a very minimum amount of that TrueFX printing. Now it does appear that both head sculpts are the exact same size, and the reason why I mention that is because the Rock's head sculpt in that Series 100 Basic Wave had a much bigger head sculpt, and when they reused that head for the Ultimate Edition Rock, they did shrink it down. So it does not appear that this head has been shrunken. It looks exactly the same. Alright, then looking at the rest of the body, not much to talk about. It is a standard looking Stone Cold body that they've reused multiple times. Not a whole lot of paint. His outfit was never flashy or extravagant. It was very straightforward and basic looking. So you've got black wrist tape on the wrist, painted really well. Black trunks, just a solid black plastic, no extra paint. He's got his black knee pads, black knee braces, black standard boots, and his Texas tattoo painted on the left side of his leg, which is painted really well. So overall, a good looking figure. Head sculpt looks really good on this Elite body. Alright, going over the articulation. So the head is on a ball joint. It can not really look that far up. Can look slightly, actually a little bit better than slightly far down. It can turn side to side, and it does have very good pivot motion. Shoulder has a hinge which allows it to go that high up. Can rotate all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, a swivel and hinge at the wrist. Ab crunch allows it to go that far forward and that far back. There's a waist swivel. Ball joints at the hips which allow the legs to go really far out. They can go pretty high up. There's a thigh cut double jointed knees, which is not hindered by the knee pad or the knee braces. There is a cut at the top of the boot. Ankle has a hinge which allows it to go that high up, that far down, and he has some decent ankle pivot. Alright, and here we have the new Royal Rumble Elite Stone Cold Steve Austin, next to the Hall of Fame Stone Cold, and the Defining Moments Stone Cold figure. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the new Royal Rumble Elite Stone Cold Steve Austin? I think this is a fantastic figure. I love the head sculpt, it really makes the figure pop in my opinion, and because of the head sculpt, it is honestly the best Stone Cold figure in his ring gear that we have. Now, I know there are collectors out there that don't like having multiples of the same figure with the same attire, so I'm sure there are collectors out there that already have the Defining Moments, and they're happy with that, and they don't feel like they need another Stone Cold in their collection. So if you're in that boat, I can say that this is probably a pass. However, that Defining Moments was the last time that we got a Stone Cold in his ring gear, and that was several years ago. So if you missed out on that figure, this is a good one to have. Now, it is worth mentioning that pretty soon we are going to be getting an Ultimate Edition Stone Cold Steve Austin. As of this recording, that figure has not been put up for pre-order yet, so I'm not sure when it's coming out, but probably sometime this year. So if you'd rather wait out on that figure, by all means do so. I don't think this Stone Cold is necessarily a must-have, but I do think it's a solid figure. And for someone who's a big Stone Cold Steve Austin fan like myself, it was one that I was not going to pass up on. However, if you'd rather have just a definitive Stone Cold, then you're probably better off waiting for the Ultimate Edition one. Either way, this is still a really good figure. So if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see more WWE Elite reviews. Follow me on social media so you can keep up to date with all my wrestling figure photography. As always, stay tuned till the end to see pictures of this figure in action, and I'll see you next time.